Melissa will begin rapidly intensifying, and catastrophic impacts are going to begin this weekend, folks. I am meteorologist Chris Justice, tracking this hurricane every step of the way, and it is growing in size and intensity tonight and will continue to do so over the next couple of days. Unfortunately, this is going to be quite the situation unfolding in the next 24 to 48 hours for our friends in the Caribbean, and it already has today. Folks, if you're new to this channel, please like this video so more people can see this in the Caribbean islands and surrounding areas. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. It's the best way for you to stay notified. And please, in the comment section, if you have questions or concerns or want me to specifically cover something in my next video, I'll be going over the comments and the questions from this video, and that's what I'll do to end this one today to help, one, give some prayers and some shout-outs to wherever you folks are watching from right now, but to also track this monster. So, Melissa, what is happening here is this system is over very warm waters, and as we move forward here, the models here are indicating that this is going to continue to get more organized like it is doing so right now, and by Sunday, this thing will have gone from a tropical storm to going into Monday to being a major Cat 4 hurricane. Now, the models do show further deepening on our more tropical producing models, as well as this European continues to indicate sub 950, 930, 940, 935. You know, yesterday it was 928, so 935 is about the lowest it's showing right now, and it goes right into the middle of Jamaica here. That is a lot of wind, a lot of rain in a very short period of time. This thing just races up toward the north here. It doesn't really go very fast until we get to Tuesday, Wednesday, when that front kicks it up from the south. That wind coming in pushes on it, and that allows for it to move across Jamaica and then eventually Cuba and then eventually the Turks and Caicos. So are you watching right now in any of these areas? What are your plans? What are you going to do? You need to start thinking about that right now. Where will you go that's a sturdy structure that can withstand those kind of winds for that long of a period of time? And most importantly, does that structure have protection from flooding and landslides? Because that is going to be such an impact with this storm as it moves up toward the north. And it already has today. Folks, with this satellite, you can see where the rain is already happening. It's already wrapping around that system. And the southern-facing slopes of the mountains in Hispaniola from Haiti and the Dominican Republic are just taking a beating today. More and more rain that caused landslides already. And unfortunately, we've had loss of life to that already in Hispaniola. Puerto Rico getting some big rain right now. But this thing's really getting better organized. And as we map out where this thing goes after that, it continues up toward the north. Now, that's the European. Let's look at the European's wind gust swath. It comes in here like this. Now, this is kilometers, I believe. Knots. This is knots. It won't let me do miles per hour because this area uses metric system. So here we are, kilometers per hour and knots. But the bulk of this on the European model goes right into Jamaica. Here's the GFS. The GFS splits the gap still. It has been the anomaly. It is not where the National Hurricane Center track has it, but it is far to the east and sends that in like that, right in between Cuba and the eastern tip of Haiti. Now, that would honestly be a lot better than that European run, but it is the only run that shows this. The rest of the European ensembles and different tropical producing models take it right over Jamaica into Cuba. So not that you can let your guard down in Haiti or the Dominican Republic. You're going to get so much rain, and that's really going to be the problem here. If I look at, now that we're back on the European model, let's go on over toward precipitation total. Now, this is going to give it to you in millimeters. Mapping this European all the way out. You can see even though the brunt of the rain goes to Jamaica up through Cuba, the Dominican Republic and Haiti get significant rain as well. That's the 18Z. Let's flip over to the 12Z. Very similar situation there on the 12Z. And this is just a monster, folks. It is a monster in the making. So where does it go and what does the wind swath look like? Well, the European here wants to show max winds on the, this is knots. So as we go in closer here, that's what it's going to show us here as we go toward the Caribbean. Let's go wind gust swath, miles per hour. It's got 171 mile per hour gusts here for Puerto Rico. Not Puerto Rico, sorry. I was looking at Puerto Rico when I said that. Jamaica. It's got 171 mile per hour wind gusts. So that's a Cat 5. Winds sustained well into Cat 5 strength, going up toward Cuba and then the Turks and Caicos. That's the 18Z run. The 12Z run had wind gusts up to 189 miles per hour. So that's pushing 200 miles per hour right here. And here's the problem, folks. This thing just sits. Tomorrow, those winds begin to grow on the southern side of Jamaica, and then it goes inland on Tuesday. So you got really all of Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, 3 full days. Then Tuesday, it cranks up to the north. And that's when it really starts to rock as it goes up toward the north on eastern Cuba, Turks and Caicos, and surrounding areas. That's where it looks to be the most significant. So what's steering all this is a front coming off the eastern half of the United States. It's coming in, going into early next week. Pretty significant rains coming in and the possibility for some storms in some locations. But that front is what steers this system. So we got the cone here from the National Hurricane Center showing peak winds at 155 miles per hour. So we're talking just below Cat 5 status. Wouldn't be surprised if the next run they do up that to 160. It's kind of a semantics in a social science thing. If you go Cat 5 and then you bring it down, what people do, and history shows people will do, is if you show Cat 5 and it goes to Cat 4, people say, oh, it's weakened, it's fine. No, Cat 4s are terrible, folks. So what they're doing is they're keeping it Cat 4 now, and I bet one of the next runs they'll bump this to a Cat 5. So Cat 5, Cat 4 going into Jamaica, and then into Cuba, and then Turks and Caicos. And that track is centered right there on that European, right there in the center of Jamaica. So are the ensembles. This is the super ensemble. This is the European, the GFS, and the Canadian, all branded together right here. It shows it going right up through Jamaica and then eastern Cuba and then on. Same thing with the trends here. The trends have been honestly west of Jamaica for the actual landfall. But that would put the west side over here toward Cayman Islands and the stronger east side going right through Jamaica and then Cuba. So that's the trend on the operational runs. If you look at all the different deterministic runs, they all point to Jamaica. A stall out here for the next 24 to 72 hours, so next 1 to 3 days right in here. Then it curves to the north. It's a pretty good agreement there in those. And they all agree on rapid intensification between really now and 24 hours. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, getting close to a 5. So if you look at the European, it's kind of right in there as well. Got to get a new one on that one. But what this is going to do, folks, is it's going to bring in some seriously cold air. Saturday and the Sunday, we're sitting pretty for football and all that's going on the East Coast. And here comes those fronts into next week, with Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday being the time frame that this really starts to pull in. And what this does is by Friday morning, it will have pushed in some cold air. And look at this. By Friday morning, with the influence of Melissa on well out to Bermuda, way out there, right? And then the front having moved through, it sends temperatures down to the 30s and 40s across the entire southeast. So some serious chill on the way as far south as Florida, all the Carolinas and Georgia as well. Could be the first frost and freeze this time next week for many of the Carolinas and Georgia. I do think we begin to get temperatures to warm up after a week of rain. Look at Sunday, Monday. So Sunday's highs in the mid-60s. Monday, look at this for areas in the Carolinas. The Carolina wedge builds in and doesn't move temperatures at all. So 40s and 50s, that's all that we managed to get to in the Carolinas and Georgia. And that wedge looks to hang on tight there for a while. So folks, again, if you're new to this channel and you're just now tuning in to what's going on, this is a significant situation that's unfolding right now in the Caribbean, a very dangerous situation. A good idea to stay informed is to follow this page, to subscribe, and turn on those notifications. And folks, one of my favorite things I do during these type events, and really every video, is to try to interact and be able to answer any questions that you may have about the pattern and what's going on. So let's get right to the comments here. We got many of you chiming in from the Caribbean right now. Yvonne saying, hey, praying for Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and the rest of the Caribbean. Prayers from Miami. John Red says, fill your freezer with water bottles in advance and use them to extend your fridge, staying cool longer for power outages. Good advice. Praying for my Caribbean neighbors and my country. I'm in the northern Bahamas. Stay safe, okay? This is going to be catastrophic. Prayers for the people in the path. I sure hope it's not, but unfortunately that's what it's looking like here for parts of the Caribbean. Watching in New Orleans, pray for Jamaica, Grand Cayman. Grand Caymans, Cuba, Haiti, Turks and Caicos, and the Bahamas. This storm could be extremely dangerous. Praying for everyone, says Patricia. I hate to see this. Praying for our brothers and sisters in Jamaica. We'll be safe during this storm. Having lived through Maria in Puerto Rico, I know how horrible these type storms are. My goodness. Yeah, Maria is right up there with one of the worst the Caribbean's ever seen. And this was going to challenge it, unfortunately. So you know all about that. Gene, hi, Chris. Praying for everybody in the path, watching from Jacksonville. Praying for the Caribbean. Thank you. Praying and watching the Caribbean in Puerto Rico. I was in the middle of Hurricane Maria, so I'm very relieved that this one went past us. Light and scattered rains over here. We'll keep watching it for you. Scattered storm, scary, scary storm. We'll pray for everyone who lives on the islands. Thank you for what you're doing for the people. You bet, Patricia. In Puerto Rico, visiting my mom, but hoping Central Florida is good too. So far, thank you. Praying for Jamaica and everyone else. Watching from Grand Cayman Islands. Thank you for the updates. Praying Jamaica stays strong. God bless you all. Betsy, thank you for watching. Watching from Cayman, I came to Canada on holidays and was supposed to fly home on Saturday. We made the decision to stay here and wait. I know the storm is turning and probably might be okay, but Channels is like yours is helping us make safe decisions. This is an unpredictable storm, the sounds of it. Thank you for your reports, and prayers be with Jamaica. Hey, thank you, and be safe. Yes, 100%. One of those situations where you got to stay vigilant on this and have a way that you can still get out if you need to, okay? Don't wait till the last minute. So staying ahead of it's going to be the goal. And it's going to be the next 48 hours to 72 hours you need to make a move. But right now it does look like it's going to go and curve right over Jamaica. Very close call for you, though. Malden native in Loris watching. Stay safe in the storm's path. Thank you very much for the update on the storm. Still watching from my little sailboat in the boatyard in Deltaville, Virginia. Thank you, Chris. Clarksville, Georgia here. I'm praying for those in the path of this monster. Thanks for the accurate forecast, Chris. Praying and have asked my friends to pray also. Melissa, be gone. Praying for everyone in the Caribbean. My heart goes out to you. I pray God protects you and keeps you and his face shines upon you. I have friends in the U.S. Virgin Islands, so you're neighbors. Coming from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Pray for the family in the Caribbean. Kingston, Jamaica. St. Petersburg, Florida watching. My prayers are for everyone. Please, please take care of yourself. You are the best at keeping us posted on the weather. Love your channel. Hey, thank you. Big Bend to Florida, Chris. Thank you for the update. Watching from Westmoreland, Jamaica. Dang, OMG, guys. Hope everyone's safe from Crystal River, Florida. Hey, Chris from Coleman, Alabama. Hope you're doing good. Watching from Mandyville, Jamaica. Prayers up for all of us. Absolutely. Franklin, North Carolina. Praying for people in the storm. Watching from Jamaica, Westmoreland. Hey, Chris, watching from Lauren, South Carolina. I watch you every day. Pray everyone stays safe. Thank you. Mississippi Gulf Coast, watching you in your forecast. Thanks for reporting the weather. I'm watching from Jamaica, Trelawney, and it's raining now. Hope everyone in the Caribbean will stay safe. A very serious forecast from Tamarack, Florida. Kingston, Jamaica. Praying for Jamaica and all of this in the path for the Big Bend. Watching from Montego Bay, Jamaica, quite quiet so far. Thank you for the update. Watching from Jamaica. Blessed morning to you, and you're praying for everyone. Watching from Fort Myers and our islands. Thank you for all your updates, Chris. I'm in Florida. Look forward to your reports every day. Hey, thank you, Maureen. Praying for safety and security for all of our Caribbean brothers and sisters. Okay, thank you. This storm is getting crazy, and I hope that this isn't an omen for winter storms. Prayers all the way from Maine. Watching the St. Augustine, Florida, and praying for all that have to go through this storm, enjoying the cooler temperatures in St. Augustine, though. Founder of Storm Critters watching from Tampa, keeping all eyes on this storm. Nature is so beautiful. It is wild there. Got a few more here from the Villages, New Jersey, now Gulf Shores, Jersey Bama. I love it. Jersey Bama guy. Folks, thank you for tuning in, and just please stay tuned. I will have more updates as the weekend goes on, and Saturday into Sunday is going to be key for us because that's when it's going to begin to rapidly intensify. That's my concern, is this thing's going to go from already a big storm that's causing life-threatening landslides and did take the life of, I think, 2 or 3 people today, to doing more, unfortunately. So, folks, I will keep you posted. Stay safe, and as always, stay aware. If you don't already, please let me know in the comment section where you're watching from right now, and we'll keep this conversation going tomorrow, okay?